Hello students, in my previous video I have explained you all about the story Gulliver's Travel. I have explained about the author Jonathan Swift and given you all an animated story of Gulliver's Travel that must have given you all glimpses of the story. Today I am going to explain line by line of your book. Before going through the story, first I want to explain you all which type of story this is. This is an autobiography. Do you know what is an autobiography? When a person tells the story of his life in his own words, it is called an autobiography. Means when a person narrates his story, means whatever incidences happened in his own life, then it is called autobiography. In Hindi, we can call it Atmakatha. Gulliver, a sailor, was once caught in the land of giants. This is how he describes his experience. This is a story about a person whose name is Gulliver, and once he caught on the land of giants. And in this story, he has explained his experiences, that what happened there with him. On the 16th of June 1730, we discovered land. Our captain sent a dozen men with vessels for water, if any could be found. Then we came to land. We saw no river or spring nor any inhabitants. I went on to explore. The country was barren and rocky. I turned back to join the crew, only to see them getting into the boat and rowing for life to get to the ship. Gulliver is narrating that once he went in search of water with the crew members, and he didn't get any river or any spring or any inhabitant on the land where he reached. Do you know what is the meaning of inhabitant? The person who lives on any specific island is called inhabitants. He is saying that I went on to explore. Gulliver went to explore the island, and what he saw? The country was barren and rocky. It was totally barren and rocky, means banjar or patrila tha. I turned back to join the crew. After exploring the land, he thought that he should join his crew member, only to see them getting into the boat and rowing for life to get to the ship. And he saw that member were rowing the boat very fastly to save his life. Before I could reach them, I observed a huge creature walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. Gulliver couldn't join the crew members because when he turned back he saw that one person, like a giant, means very big person, was following the crew members. The water of the ocean reached only till his knees, and the person was too big, means the monster was too big, or you can say the person who lived on that island was too big, that the water of the ocean was only reaching on the knees of that person. Imagine how big that person was. However, the monster was unable to overtake the speeding boat. Means the monster followed the crew members but didn't reach to him. I turned back quickly and climbed up to a steep hill with fields of barley on either side and the corn rising up to 40 feet. After that, Gulliver turned back and he climbed into a field in which barley and corn of 40 feet that was the field of barley and corn, and the height of the corn was 40 feet. There was a fence to pass from one field to other. Means there was no way to go from one place to another place. Every field was fenced. It was impossible for me to climb because every step was 6 feet high. Gulliver was short and the fence was very high, so Gulliver was unable to climb that fence. I was trying to find a gap in the haze when I discovered one of the inhabitants in the next field walking towards the fence. Gulliver was trying to search any hole within the haze so that he can come out from there, and during this he caught that one habitant was walking towards the fence. He was of the same size as the creature chasing the boat. The person was of same size, means to whom he saw earlier, who was chasing the boat. I was struck with utmost fear and astonishment and ran to hide myself. And seeing him, Gulliver felt very much fear from that person and hide himself. He ran to hide himself. He called in a voice much louder than a trumpet. Means the voice was that person was also very loud. Trumpet means musical instrument which makes loud sound. I It sounded like thunder. Means the voice was echoing, it was very loud. 7 members like him came towards the field ready to rip the corn. Means 7 members were ready to cut the corns because it was ripped. They carried a ripping hook which was very big, and the ripping hook that was brought by them was also very big. When one of the reaper approached where I lay hidden, I screamed as loud as I could. When they started cutting the crop, and one of the hooper who was cutting the crop reached to Gulliver, then Gulliver started screaming loudly to save himself. The creature stopped reaping, means the person stopped cutting the crop, picked me up between his thumb and forefinger. He picked up Gulliver between his thumb and forefinger. Means that person was so big and Gulliver was so small. See, he lifted up Gulliver in his hand, brought me close to his eyes 60 feet above the ground. And Gulliver is explaining that now he was 60 feet up from the ground. The person was too big. He looked at me with curiosity and blew my hair aside to get a better view of my face. The person lifted him and seeing him towards him with full curiosity and blew his hair from his face to take the clear view of Gulliver's face. He called his friend and gently placed me on the ground. After that, he called his all friends and put Gulliver on the ground. Students, in my next class, I will explain the next page of the story. Now you will go through the story carefully, search the new words of the story and write it in your note. Stay safe at your home. Thank you.